everyone, I have a story time for you today. I have been wanting to tell this story for a very long time because it's quite scandalous, and I think at this point it's been enough years have passed basically since it happened that I think I can share without it being too obvious who I'm talking about, because I do want to keep it anonymous. I will keep certain details secret, if you will, to protect their anonymity, because this, as you have seen by the title, is the story of the time that I broke up with, ended a relationship with a friend because of what they said to me, what they did, and what they did while we were on vacation. And I'm gonna, again, that's one of the details, keeping the location secret because that could give it away. So I won't be talking about the location, but I will be telling you about what happened. This community, whether you're a MsLindsayM follower or a Lindsay's Love subscriber, is a body positive space. It's a welcoming space from that side. So that means that if you want to bring your diet culture, your fat hate, your anything here, your oppression here, your comments will be deleted, you may be blocked, but thanks for the engagement because it benefits me either way. So if you want to go on your rant, know that I won't let it continue because I want to keep the space safe, but you've helped boost my video. So thank you. And also, for those who don't know, I'm still very early in my YouTube career, so this is very awkward and my editing is not great, etc. So that's where we're at. Now, there should also be a trigger warning that I don't want to give it away, but this person does some really awful things. They say some bad things. So maybe just don't watch this if you're not ready. I'll put the trigger warning in the caption is what I'll do, because then if you don't want to know before the story time, good, but I've given you sort of a general trigger warning, and if you're not in a good space, maybe just watch this another time, maybe check the caption and see what the specific trigger warning is and go from there. Decide for yourself, because I do not want to cause any harm, because quite frankly what happened here is that this person caused me some harm. So take care of yourself and let's jump right in, okay? So I go on vacation with this friend, another plus size friend who, I've known for a few years now at this point that we're going on the vacation. And we are definitely, I can say that we're on vacation like far from home. It is a plane ride. We are not talking about a car ride. We're talking about a long distance and a very expensive flight. So I can't just change my flight. I can't just drive home. I can't just leave. I am sort of stuck here. So you will notice as a result that impacts how I respond. We'll put it that way. Because if you know me, you might be sort of thinking, that's a bit different, but let's get into it. My friend and I are in a foreign country. Neither of us has been to this country before, and we are sort of being uber tourists about it. So we're trying to go to all of the, touristy things that exist in this town. And well, if I tell you too much, you'll guess, because some of the activities are very specific to a certain region. So we're doing a bunch of things, we're walking around, we're shopping, and this is sort of where we get right into it. So we are shopping for souvenirs, and I am pretty early in my body positive journey, and so I decide to pick up a very cute crop top, and I definitely remember that my size was an extra large at the time, but like that would be tight. So like now I'm a 1X, a little bit bigger than that. You could say, to phrase it another way, like I'm a true 16 now, size 16 US, and I was a 14 back then, let's say. So my friend is more like a 3X, 4X, just for context, because unfortunately, it's about to become very relevant. What you should know is that while I have embraced body positivity at the time and have, you know, said a big no to diet culture, my friend has not, and she is actually actively pursuing like a bariatric weight loss surgery. So she believes that she is going to be having this surgery soon, even though, you know, from my understanding, the doctor's sort of putting it off repeatedly. And I don't understand a lot about that surgery, but I guess there's sort of prerequisites that you have to meet to make sure that it's going to be safe for you. I don't endorse this surgery at all. So it was already a bit of a barrier to our friendship, or becoming one, because I'm like fully body positive, no diet culture, haven't stepped on a scale in years at this point, and she's using food tracking apps and stepping on a scale and pursuing weight loss surgery. So I mean, honestly, we're drifting apart at this point anyways, but what she said to me while we were shopping for shirts, I tell you. So as you've heard, and this is the only reason that I'm talking about sizes, is because we then are talking about clothing sizes. So I bought an extra large, that's what's gonna fit me. She currently wears a 2X, 3X, and she shows me what she's gonna buy, and it's a, I think it was a medium. It honestly may have been a small, but like way down the scale. And I said something along the lines of, you know, wow, I'm like, that's great if that's like your goal, but personally, I think it can be more mentally damaging, more problematic to sort of have this goal size. You know, anyone who will tell you anything about like healthy body image would tell you that that's a no-go, right? So like if you were to decide that for you still wanted to have a diet or lose weight, you should be doing that for your health, for what would make you feel better, for what would give you more energy, that kind of thing, as opposed to doing it to look a certain way, to be a specific size. So that's sort of what I was cautioning. I honestly can't remember exactly how I said this, but that was what I was trying to caution them about, was just like, you know, setting a big goal like that, most of the time leads to a sense of failure. It's such an extreme goal, you know, like why not make a small goal? And I think that's sort of like the philosophy about anything. Anytime you're making a goal, you want it to be achievable, easy to reach that next step. And that would mean, you know, maybe going down one size. Maybe you make a step-by-step thing, if that's what you want to do, which no, like I don't endorse dieting at all, so this is almost awkward to talk about. And now you can see the trigger warning. So I said, maybe you could get like the same size of shirt as me and then, you know, work from there. So instead of going from her current 2X, 3X, she's aiming for an extra large instead of a medium, you know? I really wasn't trying to make it about me, although I understand that sometimes that's the way I communicate. So I'm not sure if that offended her, but what she said next sure did offend me, because what she said next was, oh yeah, there's no point. If I'm only going to be as small as you are, then this surgery is not worth it at all. I don't want to be your size. Yeah. So she said that to my face. And like I said, I was technically smaller than I am now. So that's nice. That's fun. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. It's so like awful and awkward and like horrible that I don't think I said anything back, which is not very typical of me. I think I was so hurt, so offended that I just walked away instead of, you know, telling her what was up. Also, like I said, factors. We're stuck in a foreign country together. What do I do about that? Like, we're traveling together. So, you know, I think I go up and line up and pay. Like, I just don't say anything. I walk away. She does not apologize. She does not pick up on the fact that, like, yikes. But that's okay, because we're not done yet. So later on that evening, we're having dinner and we're out at a restaurant and we're talking. Part of her reason for wanting to lose the weight was around the fact that she was engaged and hoping to be married in the next year or two. So that came up. I think I may have asked about the wedding dress, what she was looking at, you know, what kind of ideas she had, that kind of a thing. And so again, just trigger warning, because this is so awful what I'm about to tell you she said. So then, yeah, I guess because we're in a foreign country and there's no chance of someone who knows her partner, anyone overhearing us, she decides to be a little bit more open and honest than she had been. So she tells me straight up that she wants to delay the wedding until well after she's had the weight loss surgery, because she's not sure if she wants to still marry her partner. Her partner who's fat, just to be clear. And I use that word fat for myself. I embrace that word. That is not a negative connotation for me. It's just a neutral word, a descriptor. But yeah, that's what she said. She's basically saying, like, I'm not sure if thin me is gonna still love him the same. That's disgusting. That's repulsive. That's fat phobia in every way it can be. And I don't care if you're gonna say like, oh, well, it's internalized fat phobia. Whatever, man. There's no excuse. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine if her partner had ever found out that? Can you imagine if they ever heard? Can you imagine if I had just told them? It's so awful. And like, maybe some of you will say that I should have told them. Maybe I should have. But after they said that, I did my best to get through the rest of the trip. I feel like that was at the end, honestly, like second last day maybe. So did my best to get through the next sort of 24 hours. And then, yeah, on the plane, it was awkward. It was horrible. We had multiple flights, so as that can kind of happen, no, we had connecting flights or whatever. And by the time we got to the final plane, the last leg of the trip, I had enough. I couldn't even sit with her. I couldn't be in her presence. I was so hurt, so offended, so bothered by their energy that I just knew I couldn't take it anymore. And so I literally asked the flight attendant if there were any other seats on the plane, and it was full, I guess. So she literally gave me one of the flight attendant seats because she could see, I guess, the distress in my face. Maybe I had like a lone tear, I'm not sure. But like, I flew backwards. Like, I've never done that before. And that's a weird sensation too, actually. But much better than having to sit with my now clearly ex-friend on a plane for many, many hours. So yeah, honestly, it was like a ghosting situation. It's never been addressed. It's never been talked out. I don't honestly even know if they're still with that partner. Like, I have completely lost track of their life because I just have no reason to have a person like that in my life. So that's the story time of how I ended a friendship because of someone's extremely fatphobic comments during our otherwise lovely vacation. So, like, comment, subscribe, tell me if you want more of these types of videos, tell me what you want more of, and I will do my best. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.